Hi, this is HardballRetro. Welcome to the Retrodome. Today we'll be doing a season recap for the 1983 As Played season replay that I've been undertaking. This is through games played as of June 30th on the schedule. With As Played, using the actual transactions, lineups, rotations, and schedule from the 1983 season. And so basically, I'm just trying to outmanage the skipper for the 1983 Angels, which is the team that I'm managing, and all the other clubs are managed by the computer. I did migrate all of my libraries over to Digital Diamond Baseball version 13, which was released just this past week. So I have played a handful of games. I'm using the traditional game engine, but there is the option now of using the Status Pro 4 or 4th edition engine. So I'm gonna try that out, probably with my 1985 season replay. But at any rate, let's take a look and see where we are. We're pretty much at the halfway point here. So bring up the season overview, take a look at the standings, league leaders, and then we'll check the special events report, see if anything happened of interest in the past month, or in the month of June. So, okay, let's look at the standings here. We've got the Blue Jays, game and a half lead over the Yankees, and up by 7 games over the Tigers. And the rest of the East would appear to be falling out of the race here. Boston and Milwaukee in particular are well behind in the standings, and the Orioles losers of 9 of their last 10. Over in the West, the White Sox are emerging as the clear front runners here. 7.5 up on Seattle, 9 up on Texas, and the rest of us are falling significantly behind. The A's are right at 500, but they're 10.5 back. And as you can see, I'm struggling here to a 32 and 42 record, 10 games under 500. Negative 59 run differential, but I did win 2 in a row leading up to this interval here. And KC and the Twins are at least behind me, so yeah, I'm definitely struggling with the Angels. There's quite a spate of injuries that hit the team in 1983. That some ineffective pitching and so forth. Just very difficult to win with this particular ball club. But at any rate, giving it my best shot, and we'll see where we wind up at the end of the year. Okay, over in the NL East, we have the Expos, 3.5 up on the Cardinals. The Phillies hanging tough, 7.5 back. Pirates just a game under 500 here. And the Cubs and the Mets are pretty much out of it here. In the NL West, we've got Atlanta up on the Giants, 4.5 games up, plus 80 run differential for Atlanta, and winners of 8 in a row and 9 of their last 10. So that's how they pulled ahead here. The Dodgers, 5 back, still lurking, and the Astros and the Reds, not quite out of it. Padres, 15.5 back, not looking good. So just, again, looking at the actual standings compared to my results so far. Baltimore won the East in real life in 1983, so they would have a lot of work to do to catch up here. The White Sox ran away with the West that year, so they're in good position to do that again. Over in the NL East, the Phillies were the winners, and so they're not out of it here, but we might see a different winner emerge in our replay. And in the West, it was the Dodgers who won that division. So they're only 5 back, so plenty of time for them to get back into contention there. All right, let's look at our batting leaders. Again, no real shockers here. Rod Carew at a 387, slightly ahead of Wade Boggs here at 371. So those two looking to battle it out for the batting title. Andre Thornton, 335. Eddie Murray and Lou Whitaker rounding out the top 5 there. Home run leaders, we have Tom Brunansky and Dave Henderson with 17 apiece. Cecil Cooper, Willie Upshaw, and Big Dave Winfield. Willie Upshaw leading the league with 60 RBI. Gary Ward next, along with Winfield, and Cooper and Henderson. All right, over in the NL, we've got Rock Raines, 354. Keith Hernandez, 336, and Andre Dawson, 332. Bruce Benedict, a little bit of a surprise here at 329, and Bob Horner at 328, likewise. NL batting leader, Pedro Guerrero, 24, 7 ahead of Dawson and Dale Murphy and Mike Schmidt, all with 17. Bob Horner with 14, making the list as well. RBI lead, we've got Dawson, Horner, Guerrero, Schmidt, and Murphy. Okay, pitching leaders, Rick Lysander, a little bit of a surprise here. Luis Leal, Toronto. Mike Norris of the A's, Jack Morris of the Tigers, and Jim Beattie of the Mariners. Top 5 in ERA right now. Morris and Dave Stieb with 13 wins apiece, leading the American League. And we've got Louisiana Lightning here, Ron Guidry, Lamar Hoyt of the White Sox, who eventually won, I think, 24 games that year. And this one, definitely a surprise. Chris Cotteroli of the A's with 10 wins already. Pitching, let's see, save leaders, we've got Aurelio Lopez, Senior Smoke for the Tigers, 26 saves. Odell Jones with 22, that definitely is an outlier in his career. He definitely, I don't know if he might have had a season where he had 10 or so, but Tippy Martinez with 20, Randy Moffett of the Jays, and Bill Caudle of the Mariners. Okay, NL pitching leaders, ERA, we've got Andy McGaffigan of the Giants, 1.85, and his teammate Atlee Hammaker, 1.89. Bob Welch of the Dodgers with a 2 ERA, followed by Andy Hawkins and Joe Actual Retail Price. Win leaders, Charlie Lee, Steve Rogers, both of the Expos, 10 wins apiece. Dodgers, Bert Hooton with 9, Andy McGaffigan of the Giants, and Mario Soto of the Reds with 8 wins. Save lead, Bruce Sutter, no surprise there. Cardinals, 22 saves. Frank DiPino with 18. Kent DeCulvey with 18. Bedrosian and Lucas with 17. Let's look at the MVP race. We've got Upshaw, Winfield, Cooper, Ward, and Dave Henderson. Upshaw with a slight lead. Cy Young, Jack Morris with a single-point lead over Dave Stieb. Lamar Hoyt, Ron Guidry, and Dave Rigetti rounding out the top 5 there. NL MVP, we've got Andre Dawson slightly ahead of Pedro Guerrero. Tim Raines, Dale Murphy, Bob Horner. These are all folks that we saw on the leaderboards here. NL Cy Young, Charlie Lay, Steve Rogers, McGaffigan, Hooten, and John Stupor, who we didn't see, but he's got 100 votes. All right, let's go to the special event report. Okay, so there's some new reporting options here in version 13. You can turn on and off, you can filter what reports you want to see here by clicking on and off here. So just say I wanted to see organizational reports, so special events is an organization report, so it's still listed here. All right, but my batting and pitching leaders disappeared because I unchecked them on the filter. All right, let's go to view. And we'll see if there's any special events that occurred in June. Some of these I don't really care about. Joe Morgan drove in 7 runs, and the Phillies had 20 hits. Stolen bases, anything here? No. Hits for the cycle. UL Washington. And inside the park homers. Nope, that was in April. Strikeouts. Carlton struck out 12 in a game. No hitters. Here we go. Eric Shao, no hitter on June 26th. Let's click into that. All right. A no-no for Eric Shao. No runs, no hits, 4 strikeouts and 3 walks in 9 innings. Let's click into the newspaper box for this. So versus the Giants, we had, well, let's see how the Padres hit here. We had Rupert Jones with his 3rd homer. 4 for 5 day by Steve Garvey. 3 hits by Tony Gwynn. All right, for the Giants, no hits, obviously. Walks by Darrell Evans, Joe Patini, and the pitch, he walked the pitcher, Bill Lasky. Oh my. Eric Shao improved to 3-8 on the season with his no-hitter here. 3 walks, 4 Ks, and nothing else going on. Lasky takes the loss, and there it is. Shao throws a no-hitter. All right, so that's where we are in as of June 30th. So please keep your eye out for the additional recaps I'll be doing for the remainder of the season. Then we'll do a playoff and World Series for 1983. So that's all coming up in the near future. Again, thanks for watching. Keep playing ball. Take care, and we'll see you soon.